If you've never been to the Augusta Museum of History downtown, you're certainly missing out. So many things to see and do on the premises, and this weekend is no different. Not only will you hear voices of the past, you can also enjoy National Train Day. Nancy Glaser is executive director of the Museum of History, and she is joining us this morning.
Hey there.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Yes, nice to have you here in person. We usually have to Zoom you.
No, it's my pleasure.
Got
this
her
is
out
great.
of the museum.
I know, but I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to leave the museum because there's so much to learn, so much to look at. Nancy, so much rich history right here in our area. This weekend, there is something for everyone. One program you have is Voices of the Past. Can you tell us about it?
Voices of the Past has been going on, I think, now almost 15 years here in Augusta and at the Augusta Museum of History. It's basically taking primary sources and flipping it into a living history program. So we have a boat captain. He's on our Petersburg boat, and he tells his story through a diary that he wrote about going up and down the river of the Savannah River and the canal. It's a great story, and it's about a 13-minute piece. But we not only have him this weekend, but we also have a civil rights activist who talks about what was going on in Augusta in the 1960s. And then we also have the other Tubmans, which talks about the 1950s and the slaves that were actually freed by Emily Tubman. So these are great stories, and they're all real stories, and it works out really well.
And these are the first 3 Saturdays of the month, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Right,
and we're always looking to expand that program, but it's finding those primary sources to flip them into a great story.
Now, that's happening on this Saturday, and then, of course, Sunday is not only Mother's Day, but it's also National Train Day, and you guys are celebrating that at the museum as well.
And we're going to have everything from a story hour right on our train, but we also have a group of people from Savannah who have model trains. I don't know if, as you were growing up, I certainly had it, where my dad would set up the train set going around our Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And I always thought, well, geez, that's sort of strange. But people are really into it. And these people are too. We actually have a lot of model trains at the museum. Getting them out is a whole other story. But kids are just fascinated with those. And they have smoke coming out and all kinds of really cool stuff.
Something that you can check out, and I think that's 1 to 4 this Sunday.
1 to 4 all day. We have crafts that are going on, stories. These train buffs that are here, that'll be open all day as well. So there's a lot going on. Yeah.
What's it like having someone experience coming to the museum for the very first time?
I can tell you this, when I take people, when they come in, and I take people in the room where our train is, the 302, their mouths drop. They have no idea that something like that is actually inside a building. And of course, the building was built around it. I mean, it was pushed in before a lot of that stuff was, before it was actually finished. But they're just amazed. Not only seeing the 302, but then the train car as well. And you know, we do that special Museum Express during Christmas time. But yeah, they're just amazed by the size of it. It really is amazing to see that for the first time.
And there are so many other exhibits there from Augusta's history. Obviously, we have the James Brown exhibit there as well. So many other programs, too, that the museum also caters to, from the time detectives. You can actually go behind the scenes. And then, of course, more events through. And I know we're wrapping up here in just a second, but you've also got Juneteenth coming up, correct?
Juneteenth, and it's a special day. This will be our 4th year doing Juneteenth. We have a special speaker lined up. You're going to have to listen to hear about that one. But we have scavenger hunts. We tell the story of Juneteenth and what's behind it. So it gives us an opportunity to give back. And most of what we do on Juneteenth is free of charge. We have partners. We have the Jesse Norman School for the Arts. They participate in what we do. Also, Westaboo Galleries participates. But we have crafts. We have performances. It's really a wonderful afternoon event.
Okay, well, if you're looking for something to do, you need to head downtown to the Augusta Museum of History.
Thank you all very much.
Learn something.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Nancy. We appreciate it.
AugustaMuseum.org, place to go to get all the information.